Stage in chorus line, dancing up a storm in chorus line, and then all of a sudden, bang! Here she is tonight, 7 months after having had a kidney transplant. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take just a moment and stop and listen to the story of Carrie Apostle and what she has to say. Carrie, come on up.
Thank you very much, George, for making this trek across Canada on behalf of all of us. I was diagnosed about 5 years ago with a kidney disease that 2 of my cousins have succumbed to. My brother said that wouldn't be my outcome, and one of them tested 100% positive match, and 7 months ago, I did receive his kidney. He's doing fine, and I'm doing fine. He's given me back a life, because before it was an existence and a struggle, a hard struggle to have a life. And I know so many of you who are passing by today have so many people in your lives that you're concerned about for different reasons, and I acknowledge that and I appreciate that. I know that you all have strong hearts though, and I will not insult your emotional intelligence by assuming that anything else, but that you know the right thing to do. And I pray that anybody within the sound of my voice would never have to make this decision, alive or dead. But if you ever had to, I appeal to your intellectual intelligence. I appeal to your mind to make the connection with your heart. It knows what to do. Let it lead you, and let it have you make the affirmative decision to say yes, to sign your donor cards. And if ever a loved one needed you to help them regain their life, in my case with a kidney, please don't hesitate and do the right thing. And I just thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Carrie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up the fellow who's taking the 25 million steps in the 491 towns and cities over the 527 days. He's a liver transplant recipient, and he's really passionate about what he's doing. And he's passionate about what he wants you to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to George Marcello.
Thanks, James. I want to thank everybody. Everybody's talking from their hearts here. And people are wondering, what are we doing in the middle of a mall trying to address this issue? Well, that's what's got to be done. We got to go into the malls, we got to go into the schools, we got to go into the churches, because we're in a crisis here in Canada. Canada's the lowest when it comes to donating our organs in the civilized world. Why is that? The reason why is because there's not enough education and awareness. And that's why we need to do what we're doing today right here. We need to inform people about not only the critical shortage, but the benefits. And you've been hearing some real, from the heart, testimonials from recipients that have received organs. There's a lot of people that haven't received organs, that were waiting desperately, and because of our shortage, passed away. Now, Spain is a country that is doing very well in their rate of organ donations. People that go on the waiting list in that country don't worry about desperately receiving an organ, because organs usually arrive in that country. So why is it that Spain is doing so well and we are not? We need to address this issue. We need to address it at a municipality level, we need to address it at a provincial level, we need to address this at a federal level, and we need to take it serious. We need to bring as much education and awareness as possible so that we can leave people with a thought about making a decision to become an organ donor, which could be one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life. Because with that thought, that decision, you can save up to 6 people's lives. And not only that, you can bring a lot of joy to their families and a lot of joy to their friends. one decision could positively affect thousands of lives. So let's think about that. Now, we don't have the best system in the world. We need to lobby to get the best system in the world. We need to not invent the wheel here. We need to see what other countries are doing and why they're doing so well and use some of their systems. This is why I've been going from community to community to get this message out, so that we can rally the support of community members, we can rally the support of politicians, we can rally the support of the public, and change this situation from Canada being the lowest to Canada being the highest, and ensure that our kids and our grandkids will live in a country where we're not desperately waiting for organs. We are coming back to Sault Ste. Marie on November the 6th. On that day, we are going to be setting up a route in your great city, and we are going to try and get every single person to touch and carry this torch while we go through every street in Sault Ste. Marie that day. And we're going to try and do our best to get as many people as possible. And after the end of it, I know that Sault Ste. Marie is going to come through, and Sault Ste. Marie is going to set the stage and be a perfect example for the rest of the 400 cities and towns that I'll be walking through, and it'll be an excellent testimony for the whole country to witness. I'm hoping that on that day that you'll remember, and we'll keep you notified of which route and which time and dates that we're going to be at which corner, at which. We're hoping that everybody will be able to come out and touch this torch, and let's turn this situation around and save some lives. Thank you.
If anyone wants to donate.